we go again. Welcome to the last episode of the first season of Approved, the show that presents you with meaningful apps for your students' lifestyle. Today our special guest is Luba. Thank you for joining us. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. How are you?
Me too, thanks for asking. Today our theme is shopping. How do you cope with it as a student?
Well, obviously we're all on a budget, so I'm trying to be more mindful of what I'm buying. But yeah, I can definitely think of a few apps that have helped me buy some good stuff.
Nice, that's a great point. Today we are going to review Vinted and Marktplaats, apps where you can get furniture, clothes and shoes for great prices. Do you think that can be helpful for you?
Definitely, yes.
Okay, now I suggest we go around and ask students about their shopping experiences. Do you agree?
Let's go, I'm curious.
Let's go.
Do you use any particular apps to buy stuff like furniture, clothes, etc.?
I haven't used any apps or anything. I just go to the stores, usually at markets.
Maybe from Vinted sometimes, yes.
I usually use like the typical Dutchie. I would use Marktplaats, which is the most typical one. But I also use other like second-selling site like Tweakers. I don't know if you guys know Tweakers.net. It's mostly used for electronic products, computer stuff, music instruments as well. So mostly those two.
It depends. Usually only clothes though, or jewelry. That's mostly it.
Sometimes only when I really need something and something affordable, I go to Vinted.
Facebook Marketplace or Vinted for clothes. You have also a Dutch marketplace which is very popular. The stores around town, you can always find them.
Have you heard about the app Vinted?
I have heard about the app Vinted. I have used it maybe once to buy something. But there's a lot of French people on there and it took a lot for shipping, so I decided to stop using Vinted.
No, never used it. I only have friends that have used it and told me about it.
Used it, not really. I've looked at it a couple of times, but not purchased anything.
All right, let's see what the app looks like. So first you see the favorite section. This is where you like all of the items that you want to buy. And this is actually how you get a more curated For You page. So the more stuff you like, the more curated your For You page is going to be. Here you have the shop by category. So you have women, men, kids, home. You also have the entertainment category and even pet care. And when you scroll down, you just have popular items. You can shop by brand. It's really easy to find what you're looking for. Bottom corner, you have your inbox where you can text with other sellers. And as you can see here, I've found something that I liked, and I have bid 12 euros for it, but the seller has removed the item, so I can't buy it. But that's how it goes sometimes. And you can also, of course, sell. It's pretty easy. You click on here. You upload photos, you just describe the item, set a price, and you upload it. And it's that easy to sell stuff on Vinted. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Now let's move on to Marktplaats. First you can see all the categories which have everything you may ever need, like cars, books, electronics, clothes, which is great. There's a great diversity. The only disadvantage here is that there are 3 options which are in Dutch, although everything else is in English. But first is your For You page. For example, I have searched for a bike and now it's full of bike options. The second one means in your neighborhood, so stuff that is close to you and you can easily go and get. And there's also a trending page with stuff in high demand, so many people like them. You can also see messages, so you can negotiate the prices with the sellers and maybe get a greater discount. And you can also place an offer if you don't need something anymore and you think someone can give it a second chance. And that's how it works. Finally, we need to discuss the efficiency, price, and experience of the apps. What would you say for efficiency?
I would say they're both really good, easy to use apps. For Vinted, you can definitely find some great items for a cheap price, and it's also nice that it's sustainable. So everything is secondhand, and yeah, you're not shopping from a fast fashion brand or anything. So it's yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think shopping this way really shows you how sustainability can be implemented in the daily life. For Marktplatz, I would say it's a disadvantage that most of the times you have to go to the seller to pick up your items. But overall, it's great that you can give a second chance to something that people don't use anymore. Now, let's move on to prices. I really believe that both of the apps show amazing prices for quality items. What's your opinion?
I would definitely agree. It's also nice that on Vinted there's a buyer's protection fee. So each time you order something, you pay an extra €2 just to be safe. And I've had some experiences where the seller didn't send an item, but then I got my money back right away because of that. So.
Yeah, that's amazing. Lastly, let's share our experiences. I personally bought my bike via Marktplatz and it was a very smooth process, but my advice would be to always carefully look at the photos and descriptions so you don't get disappointed. And what was your experience with Vinted?
Pretty much all positive. This is from Vinted, all for a great price. So I would definitely recommend it.
Nice. I think that's very helpful for students. So thanks for joining us today. It was great to hear your opinion.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Of course. It turns out if you're looking for clothes, shoes or accessories, you have a better shot at Vinted because they have a wide variety. But if you need furniture, books or even a bike, then you should choose Marktplatz. Thanks for coming along on the journey of Approved. See you next season. Or not. Bye.
Last one.
Yeah, this is a crossover.